All right, we have been on a carb-free kick, and what I'm going to bring you today is carb-free pizza, or crustless pizza, which just still has a few minutes left on it, but I wanted to just show it to you for a second and introduce. This is what I call carb-free cooking, and every once in a while I'm going to show you a carb-free dish that I cook, because you know what I have discovered? You don't need carbs. You can cook a good meal without carbs. So I got a few minutes left on this carb-free pizza, and I'm gonna bring it out here in just a second. All right, today I'm making crustless pizza because we started the new year on a carb-free diet, and actually this is part 2 because I made the first one. As you can see, I only got half of a lump or a tray of Italian sausage there. So I put it in the freezer, so I'm gonna cook it right now. Cook up some Italian sausage. I got some pepperonis. I got some pre-cooked, pre-cooked mushrooms, and half a jar of generic sauce. And with these ingredients and some cheese in the fridge, I'm gonna make a crustless, carb-free pizza that will be totally amazing. I'll come back here whenever I get the sausage cooked. I got my handy dandy little strainer right here with a little plastic bowl, fixing to strain my sausage. Can't do that and hold the phone, so I'll be right back. All right, I got my sausage draining, and I ran the pan under some water while it was still hot to get a little bit of the grizzle off that had burned on there. It didn't come perfectly clean, but it's still good enough to cook with for right now. And I'm gonna spray a little olive oil Pam on there, and this is my crust basically. It's sandwich sliced pepperonis, and I should have separated them beforehand, but I'll go ahead and make a layer of those. Now, I'm a big proponent of draining the grease, and these are extremely greasy, so I'm going to cook them real low for a while, and they're going to create some grease, and then I will drain the grease and put them back in place, and that will be my crustless pizza crust, I guess you could say. I got a meat crust, and from there we'll start adding layers. Oh wow, they're sticking together. It's hard to do this with one hand. All right, there's another one, and then one there and one there. And I don't believe in being stingy with the pepperonis, so one there and one there. Okay, so we have our layer of pepperoni. I'm gonna put the lid on it and then let it cook real slow and let it cook the grease off some of those pepperonis, and we'll drain that and we'll start building our pizza. Okay, this is a few minutes later. You can see our pepperoni is cooking quite nicely. I had the lid on it and it's making some grease, and I'm heart healthy conscious as well as carb conscious, so we get as much of that grease out as we can. You're never going to get it all, but also last time I made this, as I said, this is my second batch, and you can see I got half a jar of generic sauce. I had sausage, forgot about the bacon bits, and pepperoni, but I don't have hamburger right now, at least not thawed out. So I do have one thing. This is a brat that I was left over from a previous meal. So I'm all about meat pizzas, and why let this brat go to waste? I'm going to cut it up into little pieces, and that will help make up one of my layers. So we'll get to that. That's a two-handed job because my kitchen scissors are in the washing machine right now, or dishwasher right now. So I can't. It would be easier if I could just cut them with the scissors, but I have to use my handy-dandy knife that I've had since the previous century and cut that up still sharp into little pieces. And then when I get that done, we'll get this stuff drained. And actually, I need to flip these. I need to flip them and then drain them. Okay, I got quite a bit of grease off of it, as you can see there, and it's right here in this little bowl, which that's a lot. That would be in your veins if we didn't drain it. So this is still kind of cooking, and I'm going to go ahead and start building my first layer, which I think will be sauce and mushrooms. All right, I'm doing it one-handed here, so I'll just go ahead and pour about half of it in there. Half of what's left. I get this eye off, but it's still kind of hot there. And then it's really hard to do this one-handed. Fill me in. There's the mushrooms. I know this probably looks a little crazy, but believe me, it eats good. I don't go by any kind of recipe or specific measurements. I just do what works. Work with what I got and try to make it look good. Now, all right, I'm going to use Colby Jack because that's what I've got for the middle layer. Middle cheese layer. Okay, wow, that was pretty good. Use half the bag. Didn't mean to use that much, but oh well. It's going to be very cheesy. All right, second layer. Let's go ahead and do the sausage. This is Italian sausage. Just generic Walmart brand. I'm not a fancy sausage guy. I like to flatten it out. And then another little layer of sauce. Let me set my jar upside down to get every last drop because I'm also a frugal gourmet. I like to get every last drop. I never did cut my brat up, so I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, I got my brat cut up, and that was a hard job. I didn't have my kitchen scissors, which I usually have to cut that stuff up. All right, so this is the brat layer, and again, doing it one-handed, not the easiest. And then, how about some more mushrooms? Just use up the whole can, why not? The whole can of mushrooms. And then, now this is the best ingredient right here. This is Walmart brand, and you'd think I was doing a Walmart advertisement. Walmart brand bacon bits, we use this in everything. From like salads, omelets, chicken salad, egg salad. We use it in a lot of stuff. So, and of course, it's whenever I had like a frozen pizza back when I was on carbs, and I would embellish them with a little extra cheese and ingredients, I always sprinkle some of these bacon bits on here. So I'm going to go ahead and put these bacon bits on there. Hold on just one second. I had to open the bag, which is a two-hand job. And a little bit of these bacon bits goes a long way. So, and oh, by the way, the reason I'm doing this in a frying pan is because this is a oven safe pan. So, all right. Now that is everything except for the final layer of cheese, which I have right here. This was a full bag of mozzarella that was used in our last crustless, two-hand job, get my bag open, our last crustless pizza. So it's been sitting in there this whole time. So that goes right on top there. I'll just use it and drop the bag in the dang pan. I'll just go ahead and use the whole thing, right? Why not? We're blowing it anyways. I'm not saying this is the most Weight Watcher meal, but it is carb free. And I have found that when I don't eat carbs, I lose weight. So that's the plan. All right, look at that. Now I've got the broiler on at 500. And okay, what I need to do is stick this skillet on the top shelf. I put the pizza on the lower shelf so that the hot burners from the broiler don't scald the cheese before everything else is cooked. All right, so that's gonna go in for timer 15 minutes, just to start and see how it does in 15 minutes. Not trying to gross you out or anything, but here's the grease that I took off the pepperoni and the sausage. Just to see that. You don't want that in your veins. Now there's still some grease in there. I'm not saying it's pristine, but you know, that's still quite a bit that we got out of there. All right, this is the moment of truth. Bring in this bad boy out. Oh, look at that. Looky there. Now that's what I call crustless pizza perfection. Now it's just out fresh out of the oven, and Lord, please help me remember not to grab the handle without my oven mitt. I've been known to do that. I forget about that because this thing's been in a 500-degree oven for about 25 minutes. Oh, as you can see, we're listening to the NFC Championship game. Eagles just scored a touchdown against Redskins at halftime. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about this pizza. I'm going to let it cool off a little bit because it's a little juicy and soft when it first comes out. And it'll be hard to keep together, but in about 5 minutes, it'll be perfect. So I'll see you then. Okay, the moment of truth. Now, I don't have my good spatula. It's in the dishwasher. I keep saying washing machine. So I'm going to have to cut this like this. Oh, it's thick and strong too. Okay. Maybe I should just cut it in half. And then cut it in quarter. Ooh. All right, and let me get a plate. Yeah, we're using paper plates because everything's in the dishwasher. So, let's see how this thing looks. And I got the flimsiest spatula left, so that's not good. And I got 2 left over. I don't want to dip the recipient out of their pepperoni. Okay, there it is. And I'm gonna just do a little dissection here and just show you. Whoa, look at all that stuff. I can guarantee you that is gonna be so good. And you can kind of see in there, oh my goodness. That, I'm gonna have to post that on Facebook. Look at that. Lordy mercy, I can't wait to eat this. Alrighty, this was part 1 of my Carb Free Cooking series. And so this time it was Crust Free Pizza, multi-layered, using just ingredients that I have. Nothing written down, no specific, what's what I'm looking for? Recipe. Oh, brain damage. No specific recipe, just winged it and came up with this beautiful creation. So we'll cut it off right here. See you later.